Alright, so we're going to be working on a meme right now for TEEF Powder's Instagram account. So you can follow me at TEEF POWDER, and that's my Instagram account. So we're going to be working on a meme, and we're going to do a Pepe meme today, and this is Holy or Blessed Pepe. And what we're going to do is we're going to have Pepe holding a TEEF powder here. So I'm not quite sure if the TEEF powder is actually going to span this entire thing. So I'm going to show you how to go about fixing a meme template to use it with your own meme. So we'll get started on that. So first thing, you need GIMP. And so we're going to open this. I'm going to open it with GIMP, GNU Image Manipulation Pro, which is GIMP. Alright, so we have our thing here. Now, we're going to also open up any other assets that we want in this meme. And our next picture is going to be in this folder here. It's going to be TEEF small pic. TEEF pic small, it should be. TEEF pic small. Perfect. So let's open that up. So this is our TEEF powder right here. So we want Pepe to be holding the TEEF powder. So one thing we can do is we'll just copy this and paste it over and just see what we've got to work with. Okay. So so now what we want to do is we come to the movement tool over here, and we can kind of move this around and see what we got. So we can make this bigger, so let's Control Z a couple times, get rid of it. Let's scale this guy up a little bit and let's see if we can just kind of make this pretty easy here. So let's 300, we're going to click over here to get it to auto complete the linked height, and let's scale that up. Now let's copy this, so Control C. Let's go over here, Control V, and let's see what we got here. So we got Pepe. So we can put TEEF right there. You know, that way it's covering the whole book in the width, but you know it's a little bit high in terms of his head and stuff. So what we're gonna need to do, Controlling Z out of that. Let's go back to this one. Just Control Z here, and we get it back to its normal size. So I'm thinking maybe let's copy, Control C that again, and Control V it in here. And you know, this is a pretty decent size actually. I mean, that's pretty decent. Maybe we scale it up 25 pixels. So let's Control Z it out. Let's come back here. We'll scale this. We'll scale it up. Let's do to 250. And you can hit Enter too there, and then hit Scale here. Control C it. Let's Control V it. And you know, I like that. I like that size. You know, it's right below Pepe's chin, so that looks nice. So obviously we can't just plop it right there, as that would be a really crummy meme. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take off this part of Pepe's original book for one. Then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put Pepe's hand actually above TEEF powder. So what I'm going to do with that, there may be easier ways to do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut Pepe's hand out and use that as another asset that I can paste in. Okay, so that's how we're going to go about this. So first of all, we're going to take these edges off the book, and I'll show you how to do that. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be able to do that. And then we're going to cut out Pepe's hand, and we're going to use that as another asset. So let's Control Z this TEEF powder out of here. And we could save this at the current scaling, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So first step, let's go in there and work on getting rid of those edges of the book. So let's zoom in. I like zooming in at least 400, probably 800 before it's all said and done. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a color picker right here. This is the color picker tool, and we're going to select in here. We're going to get that color. And now we're going to come with a pencil. I like the pencil because it puts down solid color. We make the size 2.31 roughly, and you can always adjust that. But we're going to come and just kind of remove the book as much as we can right here, and we want to follow these lines, and we're going to put those lines back in as well. But we're just going to come over and remove some of this book, and this process is going to take quite a while. So you can always fast forward if you want and see other parts of this process. But we're going to do the whole thing here, and well, I hope that you're going to learn something, as Louis Rossmann would say. And we are going to be working with a lot of happy pixels. So let's come in here. Let's get this line made in here. So we're going to get our pencil back, and we're just going to kind of fill in this black line. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is digital. This is not Bob Ross with real paints. This is digital, so we can always come back later and fix things up a bit. But right now what we're trying to do is just get a rough picture of what this is supposed to look like. So we're coming back in with a color picker and pencil, and we're going to keep working our way around it. And we can increase the size of our pencil here. Let's bring it up to let's say around 5. So yeah, this helps. This really it's plenty good, I would say, for getting the general gist of things here. And we're going to try to save Pepe's finger. And you know what I probably should have done is cut out Pepe's hand before I'm working on this, because inevitably I'm going to have a couple pixels here and there lost to Pepe's hand. But let's just go with it for now. It'll be definitely good enough. And when I mean good enough, I mean for the even tuned observer won't notice any. Well, let's Control Z that. Oh crap. Another important thing to do is let off your mouse button every once in a while. I'm using the left click right now. By the way, I'm using a laptop, so with no mouse whatsoever, so there's no excuse for you not to get started here. But I just let off on the left click right there, and I'm continuing, because what happens is every time you let off on the left click, it basically saves your progress, so that when you Control Z again, you aren't losing all of your progress. So I just unclick there, and I'm going to start clicking again. See, if I Control Z, I only lose that last little bit since when I had unclicked. So you want to unclick pretty commonly. Unclicked right there, so that you're not losing a lot of your progress when you Control Z. And we don't need to get perfect around here. I'm probably getting closer than I need to with Control Z that. Probably getting a little closer than I need to with the current brush, but we'll do what we can, and we'll go in with a tighter zoom and continue it from there. So Control Z. Control Z is your best friend as a graphic designer. You want Control Z to be used very, very, very often. So you're going to be an expert at Control Z. So sometimes we're going to need to zoom in. Like, I don't know where this black line is going exactly. So lots of times we're going to have to zoom back out so we can kind of see where we're at and kind of gain perspective on what we're doing here. And so I'm probably, I'm removing more than I need to right now. I don't even need to remove this. All we're really needing is this edge of the book, as you saw earlier. So let's zoom out, see what we're doing here. Yeah, so see, we didn't need to do any of this in here. All we need to do is take off this chunk right here. So, we'll just continue this line up in that current direction, same with those lines, and we're just going to keep going at this. So let us view and zoom back into around 400. So we're going to use our color picker tool again. We're going to click in here and grab the pencil again, and we're just going to continue on getting rid of the parts of this book that we need to. And here we go. So I would say we come into around that area is probably good enough. So just keep removing one little happy pixel at a time. And we will keep that line going where it is intending to go. And let's work in on this line right now. Color picker, get our pencil, and let's shrink it a little bit, maybe 2.98, and we'll come in here, and I'm just kind of dotting it. I'm just kind of clicking, and we're going to try to, continue on this line to where we think it would have been going. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, we're creating this. So it's all up to you how you want it to look. That's about as good as we need to do there. Come back in with our color picker, grabbing the pencil tool again, and we're going to just kind of take out some of the leftover that we missed. And we'll tone down that that line too to make it blend in nicer, so it's not kind of standing out as way too dark. So we'll come in and fix that later on. Don't you worry about that. Remember to unclick on your left button once in a while, just so you're not surprised when you have to Control Z, which inevitably you will have to. Alright, let's grab our color picker again and get this color in here. And on most memes, the colors aren't too bad. If you're working with a background, this process could be much harder to try to fill in missing information. But in many memes that you're working with, or meme backgrounds or meme templates, colors aren't too bad. So you can kind of come in here and just kind of continue on the drawing and get rid of things that you don't want in the picture. Okay, so we're doing pretty good there, and I'll just show you a little bit. We're going to smudge a little bit so I can show you kind of how we get this line to kind of blend in nicer. And that was you can Shift plus to zoom in, and I don't know why. Sometimes it randomly zooms out on me. But we're going to increase the size of this. See how our brush size is a pretty big circle right now. And that's just what we want. And we got a smudge. I'll show you what I have on the smudge. I got some high hardness and high force. I also applied jitter of 0.45 on there. None of this is really important, but the rate is 50 and flow is 3.4. Definitely these are important, so you're going to want to tune these to your liking. And so we're going to come in here with this big brush, and we're just kind of tap. Okay, and it looks like we're getting a little bit too much flow going on there, so let's Control Z all that stuff out. Let's work with a little bit less. Let's say maybe rate or flow. Let's take rate down to maybe 20, and see where we get with that. We're just gonna get that to 20, and we're gonna come back out and just click once. Okay, that didn't quite help. So maybe we change the flow down to maybe 1.3. Let's try that out. Okay, I'm clicking and I'm not seeing anything, which sometimes is a good sign. Okay, so I held down and moved, and we're getting it. So what am I going to do? I'm actually going to increase it a little bit so I can kind of do it. Let's Control Z that out. Let's see if we're getting anything with, see, we're getting a little bit with the clicking now. Yeah, we're getting a little bit there. That's decent. That's decent. How many times do you have to click before you get something? And what we're going to do is we're going to Control Z. See, let's Control Z a bit. Let's come in with our flow and decrease it quite low, and we'll maybe come in and kind of try to brush it a little bit. Yeah, even that is quite a lot of flow. Let me come in with maybe force, lowering force down, and we'll lower force and hardness and see if that helps us in our quest to get some nice looking effects here. So let's come in. That's not horrible, but not really good either. So we're gonna Control Z. Let's take this flow down even farther. Let's take it down to like 0.1. Oh, that didn't work. Let's click over here and do 0.1. Let's try that out and see if we can kind of soften this a little bit. And you know, it's not really very good, but maybe that could be passing. This is really difficult for me here. Perhaps my hardness and force is still too high. Let's just try lowering it. Let's Control Z. All that little stuff there. And perhaps it's, oh, and the opacity. Maybe that's our problem. We had 100% opacity. Let's bring it down to 40. And let's see if that helps a little bit. Okay, now I'm holding down and I'm really not seeing anything. So, I'm going to come back in and increase hardness and force. See if that is what's holding us back here. Okay, well, we're definitely back to some stuff, but it's still a little bit too much. So let's see if we can maybe perhaps lower it and perhaps get something closer to what we're looking for. Okay, now this is kind of doing something here. This is decent here. I'm kind of liking this a little bit. So, you know, it's not perfect right here. You know, I kind of want more dynamics here. Maybe we increase this jitter quite a bit more. And you know what I'm thinking here? I don't know if I want to do that, but maybe we could just decrease the size actually that we're working with, and that might help us a little bit. And we can even zoom in more. Let's zoom in to 800. I usually don't go higher than 800 on doing memes here, but maybe if we just kind of get the edge, yeah, you know, this is kind of helping us more than we were getting before. We just kind of want to soften this line up a little bit. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of softness coming in there, a couple little pixels there. Let's try to keep brushing it a little bit. Try to get a little bit of this to take in here, give us a little bit of softness. Yeah, I'm really liking this. This pixelation is happening much nicer right now. So it's definitely softening nice and slowly, and I'm able to brush and kind of move it while holding down. So I'm unclicking now, so in case I need to Control Z later on, we got that. But you know, I'm just trying to kind of throw in a little bit of softness on that line and just soften that line a little bit. And you know, this is you know, it's you know, it's kind of a small thing, but you know, it definitely it will help. It will help the final presentation of our meme. So we definitely want to mind the details so that we can get some quality memes going on. So you know, we're probably pretty close to where we need to be. You know, I'm using the smudge tool, but I'm trying to think if another way to go about this might be to do a color picker and kind of spray it on, and we can try doing that a little bit. Let's pick this color right here, and let's go to spray, and we're going to, how is our size looking? Size is looking maybe a little even big, so let's bring it down to maybe 2 or so. Yeah, and maybe even a little bit smaller. Let's go with just 2 exactly. So what we're gonna do here is, let's just first try and see what it looks like. I'm not seeing anything really. We're going to need to change the yeah, I'm just not seeing any spray going on at all. And well, that's pretty odd. Let me try just try black and just see if I can see anything coming from the spray at all. There must be some setting in here that I got messed up, apparently. Yeah, it is not working at all. That is very bizarre. Oh, wow, okay. Well, it does work at a huge size there. Must just be... Yeah, it just takes a lot of holding down. Look at that, that is really bizarre. Some setting is definitely not right here. Let's bring up our hardness and force. Let's see what's going on here. So we do have a jitter amount, a rate and flow. Man, I would say those things should be fine. See, the spray is just Control Zing that. Not really doing what we want it to do. We kind of want it to speckle. So maybe if we come up to mode and I'm not really seeing much that would help us here. So I think we're going to not worry about that. So let's just kind of perhaps just kind of hit this with a little, I don't do that. And let's see, take our size down here, and we are going to just kind of just get a little more softness going on here with the smudge tool, and we'll probably call it a day at that right now. So we'll see where continuing on here. So that was a pretty hard part there. So, you know, I think zooming out, we'll see it look pretty decent. And here we can come in and fix up this line a little bit more. Let's shift plus, and let's come and fix up this line, and then we'll apply some smudging onto that. It's tough. I mean, with the smudging at this zoom level, seems to be quite difficult to get it to work the way that we want it to. Usually when you're more zoomed out, it becomes a little bit easier to get it to play nicely. So we're just coming in just, you know, kind of smoothing up this line a little bit, and getting it to be more of a kind of a proper size. Control Z that. We need to make sure we change our color picker to the new color. We're coming in here. So, and you know, Control Z that. Oh, I lost a lot on that Control Z. You gotta be on top of this, because Control Z would kill you if you're not. So our line's looking pretty decent. So let's come in with the smudge tool and somehow thinking that somehow it's gonna be better than before, but you know, it's not bad right now. It's I can't complain really. You know, but smudge tool doesn't quite increase the amount of blue here, so you know that's probably a better tactic to use than the smudge tool for something like this. But I wonder if we can kind of drag some smudge from the black into the blue here. No, not really working. So we're just going to come in and smudge it up. Just kind of soften the line a little bit so it's not such an abrupt change from the other parts of the drawing here. And I think you'll see that this is not really too far off of what the other thing is looking like, the other part of the picture is looking like. Let's kind of come out on a zoom here, and let's zoom a 100%er, and let's see if, yeah, I mean, you really can't notice that we came in here on the full-size meme, so I think we're doing pretty well. I'd say all things considered, I'd say nobody's really going to notice that we really made any modifications down here. So I think our goal is doing quite well, and we're causing this book to disappear, which is exactly what we want it to do. So we can just come in here and shift and plus until we get to a place where we can work here. I am going to take a quick little break here. I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's shift plus a bunch of times so we come into a place where we can work again. So this is a decent zoom here. Maybe I'll control shift plus again. And we're going to come in, what we're going to do right now is let's continue on these black lines. So let's get a color picker, and let's get a pencil, and let's just kind of, I'm just tapping the button, the left clicking button, and we're just going to kind of get ourselves kind of a continuation of that black line. We'll come in and make it much nicer in a little bit here. So that's about as far in as we really need to go. So let's continue working on this part here. Grab our pencil, and let's increase the size because we were down pretty low. So let's get up to around 5, and let's come in with some of this. Oh, Control Z. Let's reduce that size to around 4 here. So let's come in and get a little bit of color in our world here. And we are making it look better, taking out some of the book that we can afford to lose, and we are doing quite well. So that is probably pretty decent. Let's come back in with a color picker and a pencil, bringing our size back down to around 1.5, 2, and we'll continue on this black line here. And if you haven't noticed, what we're doing is we're just basically trying to recreate what would be here if this book was not here. So that is exactly what we're trying to do, is remove the book without a trace, if possible, from our picture so that we can have Pepe holding what we want him to hold. And what we should probably do is when we are done removing the book, we should definitely save it, because I just have a feeling that other people would want that sort of thing to use as a meme template so that they can make Pepe holding something else as well. So we're about in as far as we need to go to remove the book for our own purposes. And let's continue that black line over here, grabbing our handy dandy pencil, bringing us back down to about 2, and we're going to fill in that missing line, and we're just kind of guessing where that line would be roughly, and your guess is also as good as mine, but we shall guess, and we shall try to guess as good as possible. Now we are coming in with our pencil again, and we already used the color picker to get this next new color, and we're coming in with it. And we are just washing this book away. And we're making a lot of good progress. Closer to being done than you think. Maybe not. Maybe we're farther from being done than you think, but maybe we're closer than I think. So we're making good progress here. Alright, let's continue on with this black line here. You know, it's a lot of work to make a good meme, but memes are valuable. As you have seen, I use memes in my business for Instagram ads for teeth powder. So it's not a low value skill. It's quite a good a high value skill to have, so that you can make advertisements for businesses, and they will definitely pay you quite well to make memes, because memes do quite well on social media. So, ooh, that's a pretty big pencil we got there. And we are just totally messing up our nice black line. Remember to let up on the left click once in a while, so when you Control Z, you don't lose everything that you've worked so hard for. We're going to try to continue this black line down here now. Let's Shift plus, because sometimes randomly GIMP will unzoom you. So you should know how to Shift plus to get back zoomed in. Here we are going back to our pencil. We're going to have to shrink that down to a around a 2-inch pencil. Can't have any of those 5 or 6-inch pencils for doing this task right here. This requires precision, and you need a precision tool for a precision result. Now let's come back up, and we're going to color picker again, and we're going to get this. And in terms of being able to get a color like this with speckling of different colors such as that, that's really beyond my capabilities right now. Maybe you know how to do something like that, and you can let us know in the comments down below. But for me, I'm not that good yet. Let's get back down to around a 5-inch brush, which is my standard size. And we're going to come and take this part of the book away, so that we can continue making Pepe, holding our teeth powder product, showing the world what blessed and holy teeth powder really is, and what a blessing it is to the world. And I'm thankful for teeth powder too, because I can't take all the credit for it. I get inspired in my dreams many a times, and so I don't take credit for the design. So I am also thankful for teeth powder, just as you all are, I'm sure. I'm sure you all are very, very thankful for teeth powder, as I am. So Pepe shall bless our teeth powder as well, which could only help make it even more powerful to heal and to improve our oral lives. Thank you, Pepe, for doing the honors with that. Alright, so we are about good over here, and like I said, I don't know how to get that sort of stippling in there, so I might not even worry about it, but it looks like we got our book down to a reasonable size that will probably be able to be nicely covered by the teeth powder product. So we want to come to the other side and do the exact same thing. This side looks quite a bit easier. The hardest part about this side is going to be connecting this line here in a meaningful way with this line down here. That's going to be our challenge of the day here. So let's try to do that when we grab our color picker and we go in and get this blue here. We're going to want to try to anticipate where that black line is going to go down to. And it's not going to be an easy job. It's really going to curve down in a kind of interesting way that really is going to be quite difficult to anticipate. But if we kind of come in over here, maybe we can try to anticipate where that line is going to go. Man, what a long curve there, but we are seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel here. Yeah, we're doing okay here. Maybe we kind of bring it down around here. And yeah, we're starting to get there. We're getting there. Let's take off what we know we can take off, right? And kind of bring it up a little bit here. See if we can get a nice little read on that line there. And I feel like we're doing a decent job here, being able to get close to where that line might really be trying to go. Really, you know, we want to be like Michelangelo and try to. Oh, well, that's nice. It auto zoomed out at a pretty good time here when we can kind of come in and see where we think that line is going, and we're trying to find the art inside the skull, inside the block of marble here, just like Michelangelo did. And you know, if we do too much, that is not a problem. We can come back in with a different color of paint and help to connect these lines in a meaningful way. So let's see how we're doing here. I think doing quite well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to come in with some a black and come back down to my 2-incher. And we're going to grab the pencil and we're going to get the color picker, get some black going on here. And we're going to come in with that pencil and we're going to try our best to kind of get a glimpse of where exactly this line wants to go. So, you know, we'll start here and we'll just kind of guesstimate where it's wanting to go. And we're going to follow it up and we're going to try to kind of connect these two where we think they might want to connect. So, you know, we're getting there right here. We're seeing something reasonable come out of this here, and I'd say this is a reasonable path for this line to be wanting to take. So we're just giving it what it wants, and we're giving it the path that it wants to take. And let's zoom out here for a bit and see what our guesstimate looks like. And I would say that is quite an amazing looking line of the cloak. I didn't even really realize it was a cloak at that point when I was drawing it, but it looks really amazing. It looks graceful and beautiful. So I think we're doing such an excellent excellent job. Let's zoom back in with Shift plus a few times. That might be one too many. Shift minus. We're going to come in with a new color of the cloak, and we go to our handy dandy color picker tool and back to our pencil, our 5-inch pencil. And we are going to continue to remove this book here. Nice and easy, just be kind to the pixels that you're removing because they have feelings too. Always remember that. So we're coming back and we are erasing this. We're erasing history. We're kind of burning books at this stage is what we're doing. Kind of like Fahrenheit 451 or George Orwell's 1984. These pixels, we are pretending they never existed. So we're kind of erasing them out of existence, kind of like the Uyghurs in China, which are in concentration camps right now, being erased out of existence of China by the supreme leader Xi Jinping, who has self-proclaimed himself to be God King and impossible to remove from office. So he has gotten rid of term limits because he is just that special that he never needs to leave power. So that's exactly what we're doing here. We're removing the books. We are removing the history of this book from existence. And we're pretending like it never existed. So that is what we are doing right now. And it sounds bad, but I assure you that the meme is worth it. Alright, we are continuing to draw in the cloak that was covered by the book. We're kind of salvaging history in a way. We are uncovering a picture that has never existed before. And we are doing the great work of bringing it into existence. So that's another way you can think about this. So we are making quite good progress, I would say, here. We're just going to come in a little bit farther and make sure that this book is fully removed for our purposes. Alright. Looking really, really snazzy. Oh! Control Z that. Let's Control Z again because we kind of messed up our black line. Not that it matters much, but I prefer to not have to do too much work here. I just let up on my left click so that my Control Z's will not be as destructive. Now we're coming in with our pencil tool. Our handy dandy pencil does a lot of damage. We're going to go back to our color picker, picking the blue here, and we're going to remove these little spots of book that we weren't able to burn earlier. Now what we want to do is get that black line to be a little bit more uniform, so we're going back to our 2-incher. And we're going to color pick the black, and we can come back in with our pencil, and we are going to kind of, just kind of dot it out, click at a time, and kind of get this the width this line to be reasonable. And that's the first step of this process here, is get this line to be a somewhat reasonable width. And after that, we are going to come in with the smudge tool and try to make this line look a little bit more natural, a little bit look smoother, a little bit, as we use the smudge tool. So right now we're just trying to get the width to be reasonable. I would say that we're getting there. I'd say we're pretty much there. Now, let's grab our smudge tool and let's increase the size a bit, and let's zoom in a little bit. Shift plus, and our Shift plus is not working. So let's zoom to 800. Come in with our smudge tool and just kind of smudging the edges of that black line there, giving it a little bit of softness. Never going to make it look perfect like it has down below, but we'll give it a little bit of softening the edges of the hair, and that should help us make a natural looking line. And if you rewind the video, you should see the settings that my smudge tool is using. Don't want to have to go over the settings every time I use it, but kind of fumble around with the settings and get it so that you can kind of brush along the edges, and it kind of gives you what you're looking for here. A little bit of smudging, a little bit of softening of the stark black line that we got. And this is starting to look quite good, and I'm really quite pleased with it. And we can always zoom back out and check out our handy dandy handiwork. Sometimes you have to let up on the shift and hit minus or plus, or hold down the shift and hit it. It's kind of hit or miss, but look at that. I mean, that looks dead on. I mean, I would definitely not notice that if I saw somebody else do this. So we are at that point, I think, ladies and gentlemen. We probably do need to come in and fix up these lines, definitely over here. So we'll fix up those lines, and we're pretty much at the stage where we can put that teeth back in after we cut out Pepe's hand, and I'll show you how to cut that out later. But let's shift plus a few times, and we'll come back to these lines here, and we will work on improving them. I think this line is probably okay, so let's go up to this line. Well, what do I think about this line? It might need needing a little bit of touch up, so let's get our color picker, come in with this, our 2-inch pencil, and we're just going to kind of make this line a little bit thinner right there, and I'd say that that's probably good there for that line. Let's take this line up a little bit, and I'd say that looks pretty good right there, so good on that. Let's come up, get a color picker on this with our pencil, 2-inch pencil, coming in and cleaning up this line just a little bit. And that looks quite good to me. This line definitely needs some help, don't you think? Coming in with the color picker hot, bringing up the pencil, and maybe that's not what we want. We want the black color. So coming in with a color picker hot again, getting that black color with our 2-inch pencil in hand, and we're going to widen that line here like so. Good, 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 good. Now we're going to come in again with the color picker here. We just want to take down this just a hair. And this probably isn't even part of what we're going to see, but just in case, we want to make that kind of nice. This line here, to me, looks quite good already, so I'm going to stick with that line. And so now we're going to come with our smudge tool, and we're going to zoom in even farther. We're going to come to the edges, and we're going to smudge, and get a little softening going on here. Is there anything happening at all here? We do have some from the blue side. You know, I'm smudging the blue, and I'm definitely getting some blue coming on, but I wonder if anything coming from red. Yeah, actually I am seeing some. It's hard to see, but I am seeing some smudging coming from the red, so that is a very good thing to see. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we want more and more and more smudging. Soften this line up. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Smudge it, 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 smudge it. Smudge. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to have to come in with a color picker and just kind of reduce the size of this right here, because the smudge just wasn't quite doing the job I needed it to do. But let's come back in with smudge. Let's come back in with it. Why does it not want to smudge from the red side, guys? I don't know. I don't know what it's thinking, but I do think we got it a little bit softened, so that should be decent. Coming with smudge down here. The blue doesn't seem to have much problem with smudging. Blue is a good one, an easy one. Apparently. Come on, smudge. Smudge. Smudge, smudge, smudge. Yes, looking good. I like it. I like it a lot. Coming in with the smudge tool hot. Well, we'll see what we can do over here. Softening that dark line. Coming in from the top. And we're getting some softening occurring. Happy with it. Quite happy. You know, it seems harder to smudge from the top for some reason. Bottom is easier. And I'm going to say that's probably pretty decent there. Let's come down here and smudge the top. Looking pretty good. Can't complain there. And we'll come in from the bottom. Yeah, some nice smudging going on from the bottom. Looking quite good. I like that a lot. Alright. And we got another one here. Smudging from the top. We are pixel wranglers, ladies and gentlemen. We are wrangling these pixels. we are just corralling them, lassoing them, and making them beautiful. Beautifying those pixels. And I like that right there. This guy's already smudged. Let's take a zoom out. View, zoom 100. See where we're at. Oh boy, that looks stunning. That looks absolutely stunning. Blessed be the Pepe that holds the golden teeth powder. We're looking really, really good there. So I think we are going to save as here. And we're going to make this number 2. So we are done with the hardest part of this meme, and that's preparing the meme template. This happens in a lot of memes where you have to change the meme template before you can even start adding in your own things. So we did a big job right there. So go ahead and pat yourself on the back for that awesome work you did. Now we are going to go back in, and now what we're going to do is make this hand into an asset that we can paste on top of the teeth powder. So what we're going to do is, using the free select tool, we're going to get pretty darn close in here so we can get a nice line around this hand. And we're just clicking with the left mouse button, just going around the perimeter and clicking every once in a while, as many times as you can, so that things do not look too choppy and rough. So we want them to not look nice and smooth, and so that's why we're pretty far zoomed in here. And you will probably pick up some background color along the edge of the black here, but don't worry, we will easily be able to remove that later on, and we will be able to smudge, of course, the new Pepe hand with the new background we're going to create, which is the packet of teeth powder. So no need to worry about getting a few extra pixels in there. We're trying to create as smooth of a line as possible so nobody can tell that we ever cut this hand out. They'll know we did if they know how memes are made, but it won't break their immersion because they will see something beautiful. So we're just going to cut out this entire hand like so. And I hope you are following along with us as well, making a great Pepe meme for yourself and your business. If you have a business, memes are a great way to produce engagement in your brand. Probably one of the best things you can do to build your brand is make memes, because it also helps you as a business owner be more lighthearted and less serious about things, which will help you in your interactions with your customers. Now we connected to where we started. Now what we want to do is we want to go between any of the dots and double click, and maybe double click a couple times, and double click a bunch of times. What we're going to try to do is, there we go, double click there. You're going to Control C. Now you're going to go File New, hit OK, and Control V. So now we have that hand. That is our asset. Now click, and let's save that. And we're going to save that as Pepe hand blessed. Pepe's blessed hand. Now what we want to do is select all, and we're going to go to Layer, Transparency, Add Alpha Channel. Now we're going to go to Fuzzy Select Tool, sorry. Click on the background and hit delete. And now we have transparent backgrounded Pepe hand. And we are going to save this again. So we have the hand, we have the teeth powder. One thing we need to do is make sure that we have an alpha channel in here, and we will delete the background as well. So let's add alpha. Let's fuzzy select into the white background, and let's delete. So we have this as a nice, beautiful transparent background as well. So I click and let's hit File, Save As, and we will save this as small, and we will say meme, and we will save this into our meme folder. Important to have a meme folder with all of your meme assets. So we are pretty much ready, I think. So let's control copy this. Let's paste this into, well, first let's unselect. Now let's view zoom out here to 100%. And we're going to paste our teeth powder into here. Control V, and let's zoom back out because I don't know if and what. And okay, well, all right. What happened to that? Let's Control Z that. What just happened? View zoom 100, and we don't want the colors to be all messed up here. So let's go to select all, Control C, come back to Pepe, view zoom 50%, and let's perhaps click, Control V. Yeah, we need to take a little more off of the book, apparently. Well, maybe we could do right there. But I'm not really liking the coloring on the teeth powder, so I'm going to, Control Z, I'm going to get a brand new picture for teeth powder. So let's discard these changers. Well, let's first see what we had for the scaling of the image. So 250. So let's get rid of this image, and let's bring in a new image. Open. We're going to go to teeth powder here, and we're going to go to teeth pick. Well, maybe a little better pick here of teeth. Let's try this one. This one might be a little higher quality, so let's come in and add an alpha channel here, and we're going to come in with our fuzzy select, click in the white, hit delete, and we are going to save as teeth pick meme and save it in the meme folder. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to go to scaling on image, scale image. We wanted that to be 250. Let that auto correct and hit scale. Okay. Now let's Control C that into our Pepe. Is it working? Is it happening? I don't see it. I don't see it. So let's go to select all, Control C, Control V. There we go. And maybe that's looking a little better. So we're going to put it right there. Beautiful. Now we're going to click, click, and our teeth powder has made it into the picture. Now for the final part of this meme, and we are almost done. We're going to come in with this Pepe hand. We are going to select all. We are going to Control C. We are going to Control V, and we see the hand right here, and we are going to place the hand right on top of his other hand. We're going to make sure that we get it right perfect on top of it, just like so. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we might be done. Let's click into out of the hand, And notice we have some white background here, and there will be more we need to do to finish this meme up. It looks pretty cool, actually. I'm not really hurting about the coloring and stuff, but I don't really know why it kind of did that coloring sort of thing. But we're going to come in here and to this hand, and what we're going to do, we're going to need to do, is we're going to kind of go around this hand with a color picker and a pencil. So let's color pick here. And we really want to do that before we start smudging because we don't want any of this white to smudge. So we're going to color pick. We're going to get our pencil and we're going to really go down to a 1.00. And we're just going to tap out some of these white pixels. White pickles here. We're going to tap out some white pickles. Everybody knows that you have to tap on the white pickle. So that's what we're going to do. You can leave a little bit of this dark in there, and that'll be cool when we smudge it, I think. So we just need to get rid of the white pickles, though. Definitely get rid of the white pickles. Now we got rid of some of that black there, so let's come in with our color picker, get some black to come back. Back to black, right? Definitely need to go back black. Just like so. Now we're going to get a color picker and fix up some of these white pixels here. And we're going to come in like so on the teeth powder. And we're going to switch up our color picker into this type of color here. Come in with our pencil and get rid of more white pixels. We're doing pretty well, I'd say. And we got a pop-up. So, doing quite well for ourselves here, boys. Alright. I'm getting a couple more white pickles up here. Color pick. Pencil. Don't be afraid to change your color pick quite often because there's a lot of different colors. And we want to do justice, so change your color to the closest matching in the area. So you notice there's different color here, as here, as here, as here. Those are 4 different colors, so make sure you're getting the right color picking for the correct portion of the picture. Alright, I'm going to recolor picker some of this in here. Grab our pencil again, our 1-incher, and come and get rid of it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to say that looks bad. It doesn't. So let's get our color picker again. Color picker is one of your favorite tools as a graphic designer. Almost as fun as Control-Z. And we're coming in here, getting rid of some of these white pixels. Or white pickles, as some would call them. By some, I just mean myself. Because I'm stupid. Alright. How are we doing here, boys? Doing okay? Good. Good. Now we're getting into a little more complex colors in here, but this is good enough for right now. And now I'm going to get into a different color. This color here. Remember to unclick your left button every once in a while. And we're making good progress here. The more time you spend on your meme, the more impact it will have. So don't skimp on the details. Because even if something's just a little bit off, people are just going to be put off by your meme. They're just not going to be feeling it. You know, you need to have everything perfect. All your T's crossed, all your I's dotted, even though we don't have any T's or I's. just so that people feel comfortable when they feel comfortable laughing at your meme. That's what you really want. You want people to laugh at your meme. And if something is just off and just doesn't seem right, they're going to lose immersion and they're not going to be able to laugh. Laughing is your most powerful weapon in marketing or in, anything you're trying to do. If anything you're trying to persuade people, if you can make them laugh, that is the number one way of disarming them from thinking too critically. And make them laugh, you can persuade them. So, to make them laugh, you have to present something where they don't feel bad about laughing. And if your meme is just kind of crummy, they're not going to want to laugh. Coming over our color picker and bringing up black, bringing in our pencil and finishing in this kind of shading area there. And we're looking pretty good. Maybe get a little bit of black in here. Come over with our color picker and get a couple pixels in there. Looking good. But I do want to kind of clean up this dark line here because I'm not convinced our blur tool is going to be able to get rid of all of it. So let's leave a couple just for a little bit of softening. And we got the wrong color there. Coming back with our color picker, coming in hot with our color picker. Looking pretty sharp. Looking quite good there. We're going to go around in shades, so don't you worry for a moment. I don't know. I kind of like the look of that label. It's got a cool look to it in this weird pixelated way. Let's come in with our color picker again. Let's get a little bit of this line around here smoothened out a little bit. A little breaking up of that line there. Oh, and we control Z that. Yeah, a little breaking up of that line, and we're looking quite good there. Beautiful. Alright, so let's come in with our smudge tool and let's smudge. Bring up that size to like around 3 or so for now. Let's get a little smudge edge in here. We got our settings really low right now. So, thinking we do a little bit of a heavier smudge here. Bring it up to about 7. Let's increase our flow to around 2 or so. And let's see if we just click. If we can just click and get some smudging. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I do see some here. It's looking pretty decent. So we'll keep on keeping on with this. Let's try some smudge up here. Smudging a little bit. I'm taking a little bit of the harsh line off of there. Just wish I could get some of the smudge off into the teeth powder. Get a little smudge going on there. I'm honestly not happy with my smudging skills today. I was much more happy with them yesterday. But we'll do what we can do here. We'll do what we can do. We'll take what we can get, I suppose. Let's take what we can get. This smudging is not looking very good, is it? Anyway, maybe that's about as good as we can do there. Let us Zoom to 100% and see where we're looking at here. It's looking quite good, I'd say. Quite quick. What is this line here? Is that a line? Did I mess that up somehow? Did I screw that up? Did I make a line there? Did I really do that? Oh boy. Let's Control or Shift plus a few times. Yeah, I absolutely did mess something up there. Well, that's a nice little exercise in color picker and pencil. So let's get a color picker here. Let's get our pencil and fix this stuff up. Color picker again. Pencil again. Like so. And we're going to need to shrink our pencil down to a 2-ish. I'm going to need to grab the color picker. I'm going to need to fix this torn thread on Pepe's gown. Color picker again. Into black. And into pencil. And into fixing. Let's see if we need any more black. A little bit of black there. And a little bit of black here. Just like so. And pencil's too big. Color picker out again. Getting rid of some pencil there. Perfect. Just so happens we can use this here too. Alright. Torn thread through his entire gown. I wonder how that happened. Color picker again. Getting this torn thread here. And re-threading the garment. One little pixel at a time. That's how you know you love what you're doing, is if you are placing each individual pixel by hand. You just know that you care. That you care about what you're doing. And, you know, I remember having fun with Microsoft Paint, you know, with pixels, making something look good 20 years ago. Maybe not 20, maybe 17 or 15 or something, but it's a long time ago, and I never really got into actual graphic design until I had to make pictures for Amazon for Teef Powder, which was not that long ago, just a few months ago. And I just found that, you know what, I kind of like it. I kind of like making pictures and making graphics and eventually making memes, and that is where we are today. So if I can do this, ladies and gentlemen, with no mouse at all, with just a laptop trackpad, you can definitely do it. And see, we got that thread all taken care of. And let's file save. We're going to save as Pepe 3. And we're going to save. And we're going to zoom out to 100. And that little thread is totally gone. We have Pepe with the blessed teeth. And perhaps we put some sort of graphic behind the teeth. This would not be a good time to do such a thing, but what we could do is kind of make a glow, an aura around teeth. Maybe we could, maybe we couldn't, but I say we keep this the way it is right now. Let's zoom 50 and see what we're left with here. Looks quite good. It's a very crisp meme, and it looks very, very nice. So I think that's where we'll end it today. I don't quite know how to go about doing a halo around this, or kind of some beams of light, or some kind of just aura of light. So I'm going to kind of maybe tinker around with that on my own. But for now, I think this meme is ready to go. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe for more memes for TEEF Powder. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.